Okay, let's learn how to use our sound effects library. We have a pretty robust sound effects library of about 22,000, maybe 22,500 sounds, and this is how you use it, and it'll be a lot of fun. So I'm going to hide Pro Tools for the moment because it's not actually in Pro Tools. We're going to bring the sounds into Pro Tools. But if you go down to your dock, you should see an icon for a little blue creature surfing on a golden shovel. It is called Metadigger, and Metadigger is a database program, searchable database, so we can kind of go through all of the sounds in our library. There are a lot of lightsaber effects, apparently. Those are kind of new. I know I worked on those, but basically, if you are in auto mode, you can click on any sound effect and hear the type of effect that it is. You can pause it. You can also just play it. But anyways, you also have the duration. So you have the length, how long it is. Some of these are very, very long. You have a description. And these are the searchable terms. So you do need to be somewhat creative with your search criteria. So for example, given what we're going to use it for, if I type in scream, I get all kinds of different screams. I get roller coasters. I get human screams, horror. You know, and what's interesting, this one's on the, this one's very much on the left. So just something to note. If I type in horror, I get all kinds of interesting stuff. Does that sound like a head crunch? Sometimes I think it's the description that makes it weird. Okay, so anyways, how are we going to use this? Back in the Finder, so let's hide Metadigger for a second. I'm working in this session called Polytest. Yours will be called Macabre or something else. I'm going to open up this folder, and I like to organize things by creating another folder in this folder, in my session folder. If you don't know the quick key, it's Command, Shift, and N, or you just come up here and you say New Folder. And I'm going to call it Sound SFX to indicate this is my sound effects folder. And back in Metadigger, I'm going to click on the word here, the button Choose Work Folder. And I'm going to head over, or if you can't find it, head over to the desktop, Polytest. There's my SFX folder. I'm going to hit Open. That is now kind of established as the repository or the destination for any sounds that I want to export from the sound effects library. Now, honestly, the sound effects library for me is on the server. I believe yours are locally on your computers. Metadigger is really just kind of managing the, hey, you want this one to play, you want to copy it, all that. So I'm going to go back to Scream because I definitely heard one that I wanted. You need to spell correctly. Be careful about hitting return when you do your searches. You don't have to, and sometimes it does crash the program. I like that one. Okay, so I've already chosen my work folder, so I'm going to now copy this sound to the work folder. I'm going to try another couple words that might work, like torture. And that's not so torturous. That's kind of interesting. Copy to work folder. What else? Maybe knife. You know what I really want? Heartbeat. Ooh, flatline? I'll take this one. And then let me see if there's a flatline. Oh, flatline, heart monitor. Copy to work folder. Okay, so now that I have copied all those into my work folder. I'm going to go back to Pro Tools. I'm going to go to File and Import Audio. This happens to be my folder, but again, in case you're not already in there, you would go find your session on the desktop perhaps, and then open up your sound effects folder. And I'm going to take all of these together, highlight them all. I'm going to add them this time. So generally I say, hey, copy them, but I already have these sitting in my folder, my session folder, so they're not going anywhere. If they weren't in my folder, I would definitely want to copy them so that they're in my audio files. But in this way, they're already here. So I'm just adding them. I'm going to hit open. I'm going to have them go to new track because generally for this project, especially the one that is in my mind, I want to be able to process. I want to have fun with this. So for example, the scream. Wow. She's definitely... I might want to put some delay on it or something like that, but I may not want that delay to go on these other sounds. It's really long feedback. You know, so it's kind of cool. It makes some rhythms, and let's see what that sounds like with our drum beat that also happens to have some delay on it. Check this out. All right. Hopefully you get the idea of how to use Metadigger in our sound effects library. That's basically it.